Alright.
Can you post on the big screen?
Alright, boys, we are live. Getting set up here. Yo.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Dog Marine comment on the fucking
The mouse? Me?
wrong account.
Oh, that? No, you got it's a layer system. So you got an unmarked 3 and 4.
Put us on the top screen.
Got you.
I like to look at myself.
Alright, you guys are live.
Alright, now that we
Yeah, hit the full screen
unmarked
button.
3 and 4, here's the 1 and 2 coming at you from the Next Level Studio, free admission in the house. We got 2 producers. How many producers does it take to get your favorite bullies on screen? Who cares? We're here. I'm off to Largo.
It's your boy Lance Winners, baby. How's it going? Welcome to Bullyzone Live, episode 21.
21. We're old enough to drink now. Party. Look at someone's already got the right idea.
Got a little ginger beer going on, having the time of my life.
Now, Ross, is ginger beer considered actual beer?
No.
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 Alright, well then, this needs to leave right now. I'm kidding. Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't smoke and drive, but drink.
Am I right? Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. No vaping, no smoking, you know, but you can join the Army 3 years prior. So get those medals and then you earn those beers. Today's episode's going to be a great one. We got a lot planned for you guys. How's it going?
Okay, thanks for asking.
Well, how was your week, man? What happened?
Just some hospital business, funny business. We talked about it earlier. I won't get into it for these numbnuts. They don't know a weenus from their penis, so I was in a lot of excruciating pain. Just know that I'm still in that pain. I'm here for you guys. But more importantly, I'm here to look on myself on the big screen we got behind the camera.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you're always smiling with that big cheeky grin. With that being said, today's episode is going to consist of the Extreme Rules recap. We're going to go over Wrestling Pro Wrestling's latest event. We have today's topic, which are the best returns, and one of the best returns is having the original Ross Roy back in the studio with us. So welcome back as our producer for the day. We're going to be talking about future shows, plug talk, and what we're doing this weekend. So
Plug walk? I know my plug walk. How you plug walk? Shout out to Rich Kid. Come on down. But enough about that guy. What do you want to start off with? I know you have the agenda for us today.
as we review, let's go over Extreme Rules and some of our predictions. So if you remember, we had Bliss defending her championship against Nia Jax. You claimed the Goddess was going to retain and keep her stride going, and that's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what she did. She retained against Nia Jax.
Yeah, I just saw a chart. Alexa Bliss has been champion on the main roster for over like 400 days. She's only been on the roster for like 2 years, so that's crazy. She's doing it right. She's got that Bullyzone mentality.
She's really putting her name up there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Next up, we had the B Team and Hardy and Wyatt.
The leaders, baby.
The leaders got deleted.
Is that a D? D for the leaders?
The D for deleters on the camera looks like a B.
But
B Team.
Yeah. it should
But
be a
that's
B.
right, ladies and gentlemen. We had the B Team grab these new championships up. It was great. Ziggler and Rollins had that Iron Man match.
And yeah, cool match. 30 minutes of just. You have to sit there for 30 minutes knowing that Ziggler's obviously gonna work out with the title still. He went in sudden death. I saw that coming from a mile away. But I'm happy my boy Ziggler He was also on Wild 'N Out not too long ago. You know, he's giving Nick Cannon his money's worth. I know it's a big get Ziggler on your show. Slower.
Oh no, we gotta go higher. There you go. Look at that. Now we're officially on our sports desk having the time of our lives. But yeah, Ziggler's over here making big moves in Hollywood. So is his brother. He was on the Eric Andre show recently, having the time of his life. A match that kind of threw me off, I was kind of upset, was the Styles and Rusev match. I thought this was the push that Rusev needed, and it turns out that he lost his opportunity.
Rusev Day canceled. I told you all before the show started, before Extreme Rules started, that Rusev Day, you know, I was gonna get that calendar, burn it up, and it all worked out.
Know it all, knew it all, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, other than that, Extreme Rules was pretty crazy. You saw Braun Strowman.
Would you say it was extreme?
It was pretty extreme. I was right about to say when we saw Braun Strowman toss Kevin Owens right over the top of the cage, you know, right onto the like a super iconic remake. You know what I mean? It was super cool to see that.
Yeah, you know, just trying to recreate that iconic moment when Shane McMahon jumped off the Hell in a Cell, trying to get the Undertaker. Mankind, who? Yeah, forget him. It's all about my boy. Here comes the money.
And that was pretty much all the good stuff that happened. Extreme Rules. Everything was extreme in their own right. Lashley went over on Reigns, giving him a chance to, you know, further progress the storyline. Hopefully he's in line for a title shot. We can give Roman
steal more Valor.
Steal more Valor, more honor from the
big dog.
The big dog,
the fans.
But we'll see about that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's pretty much all of Extreme Rules. We had Pro Wrestling just happened this week in Hollywood. With a pretty big upset. That's right, we had Darwin Finch go up against Eric Watts for the championship. Darwin was able to come up successfully, grab that championship. We got a couple other greats like Dr. Feelgood coming over Kid Isaac.
Dr. Feelgood, you can see some photos of him on the Bullyzone page. You got some photos set there, him versus Heidi. Yeah.
Good stuff, and he's always around SCW and around his own promotions. We got Serial Man went over Peter Avalon. And it's just an extreme show that we really
PPA, baby. You saw him at Bar Wrestling.
Oh yeah, we gotta watch. You guys, if you haven't seen him, you gotta check him out as soon as you can because these guys.
Like this, or does he do
right, like right there, both hands?
Like the U, right?
Bam.
Miami, the U. Shout out to The Rock. Couldn't make the football team, or you were on the team, but couldn't cut it.
You couldn't cut it. I guess I'm so short. How's it going, party people? Just hanging out over here live on Facebook and YouTube. We got YouTube back. We won our case against not only WWE but YouTube, so we're at 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, we just went over to the YouTube offices and told them, hey, give us our time back. Give everyone here a free admission their time back. And they're like, yeah, Bullyzone. You know, because Austin and Lance just walked up to that table. You know, we had Ross in the getaway car in case things went down.
South.
Yeah.
Get the strap, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Fitty. Holding it down. But yeah, Darwin Finch, the new WPW champion. I don't know how Eric Watts. We saw him at Bar Wrestling 14 Pinkerton. Photos available on Bullyzone Facebook page. This man is huge.
Yeah, and then Darwin is not huge.
But shout out to Darwin. He's a cool guy, friend of Bullyzone. But it's only a matter of time before Watts gets that title back.
Oh yeah. At the end of the program, he declared that he wanted his rematch, and he wasn't through with Darwin Finch. So hopefully we'll see that soon at Pro Wrestling, live in Hollywood, California.
Darwin, if you want to come send a message to Watts, you know where our studio is. $5. $5 a day.
Come on down. And you got to pay for parking. But other than that, today's topic is returns in the company. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our top returns. Whether they're due to being fired, their contract expiring, or other underlying circumstances, we're going to cover all these favorites. And if you have a favorite, feel free to drop that with a like, comment, and share. With that being said, let's jump into it. How do you feel about returns? You know, they're always electric. You know, they bring back some kind of feeling, right?
Oh, it depends. Who's going to be returning? Do I like the guy? Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat. You know, screaming my little boy lungs out. You know, like Rey Mysterio when he returned for the Royal Rumble this year. You know, I don't really like what he stands for, but I like all that flippy stuff he does.
Oh yeah.
You know, that cool. maneuver when he grabs the ropes, swings his legs around.
Breaks somebody's
Yeah, I think it's like 916, something like that.
The 212, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, the 714. That's what we're repping, right?
714, baby. That's where we're currently located over here at the Next Level Sports Complex. That's right, we're just located right upstairs in the studio, free admission, where you can catch all fine broadcasting throughout the week. So we're talking about live returns. We're talking about the best returns. What would you start off this list with when you talk about returns? Other than having the original Ross Roy back after weeks of being on his hiatus.
The best return is Bullyzone on YouTube.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Trick question. If you guys have not checked out Bullyzone, you can check them out live on free admission media directly through YouTube. You can also find our YouTube page at Bullyzone on YouTube.
Looks like we might be having technical difficulties. Everything good, Ross?
Yeah, we're just finding a mic.
Looking for a microphone, the original Ross Roy. Looking for a microphone with 2 hands of pizza.
Are our mics working right now? Do we just got to pause for a second?
No.
Good?
Put this lower.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Lower. That's the key word, lower for today.
The word of the day is lower?
It's the word every day. But I want to start off our list of best returns with a bang. Let me paint the picture for you guys. WrestleMania 14, Stone Cold Steve Austin's versus champion, Shawn Michaels for the WWE champion, WWF championship, or should I say. Michaels, he walks out the loser. He's no longer holding that championship around his pretty little waist. He's basically gone. So that leaves DX with a hole. So Triple H taking over the reins of DX. Now he looks for his friends, he looks for his family, he looks none other than the Clique. Find his good buddy, X-Pac. Yeah, that's right. Formerly known as the 1-2-3 Kid when he was on his first run with the Fed. Left, went to the competition WCW, was known as Six there. Doing his thing, got injured. They fired him while he was at home injured.
Oh man.
So, the boys over at the Fed, his buddy Trips, Big Nose Triple H, whatever you want to call him, gave his buddy a call. Told him, hey, we got a roster spot for you. We got to fill out. So, X-Pac comes in. Yeah, his return. The Raw after WrestleMania 14 starts cutting a promo on Hogan and Bischoff, everyone over on the WCW side treated him like crap. Saying his boys, Nash and Hall would be right there with him.
Right there with him.
For contract issues. But that's my start for my list of returns. We're gonna get some bigger names after that, but just a little taste for you guys.
Before we have plans. So just want to say what's up to everybody watching. Thank you guys for always checking out Bullyzone Live. We're at the same time, same day, Sundays, 4 o'clock on the Free Admission channel, Facebook and YouTube. When I started out my list, when I talked about transformations and changes and returns, and one of them would have to be Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen. A guy who's been in the game for a very long time, living through various gimmicks and personas. And this is one of his latest transformations, or one of his most impactful transformations. Let me paint the picture for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's September 1999. You got the top heel in the company. He's created the Ministry of Darkness, the corporate ministry. He tore his groin. It was time for him to go. He was already at the top of his game.
It's not stretching. That's cause big tough men like that. They don't want to stretch.
They don't stretch, and then they throw those big boots around and those leg drops.
And they can't get lower, so.
They can't get lower, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Where's the little ping? So anyway, he was already at the top of his game. It was time for him to change his character. He was already doing things like speaking in tongues and brainwashing people, sacrificing Steve Austin at a point. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And try to marry Stephanie himself. So just a lot of crazy stuff. He was already at the top of his game. It was time to rechange. So he came back after spending quite some time off, about 8 months. Came back, and that's when he was going. There was a match going on with Triple H and The Rock, an Iron Man match, and he came through with his new persona. The first time you see Undertaker without the dead look on his face, instead he had the bandana, the motorcycle, and the big trench coat, walking down as the American Badass as he motorcycled his way down, delivering one of the best chokeslams I've ever seen at X-Pac, and declaring that Undertaker is not gone. So when you have a speak of returns, you know, it's crazy to see. Thinking someone at the top of his game wouldn't come back in his former self, but he reincarnated into something better and just completely took over the game and continued his successful.
Exactly. American, dope. Badasses, dope. American badass, fat. He came back really fat. But, like you said, he reinvented himself. He's in the middle of a reinvention right now. I saw him at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and he's really living to the gimmick, the dead man, because he looked, you know, dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
Out there fighting Rusev.
Looking pale as
dropping English on his head with that tombstone. But Triple H, if you want to go on the show, that's cool.
Come on down.
Undertaker, get your old man butt over here. Speaking of Triple H, that's next on our list. Triple H.
But before we get into that, I just want to say what's up to our fans. We got people joining. We got Rick joining. We got Paul joining. We have the incomparable Brian Chansey with us, and we're with free admission. Make sure you guys share and like this. We're getting back to our hiatus. We're getting our numbers up. We want to get at least 20 views today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 20 views. So make sure you share, like, repeat. So as you said, we're going down our list. We're talking about the best returns. And you're talking about not single H, Alexander Hammerstone, but the Triple H. Tell us more about that.
The man of three H's, yes, Triple H. Monday Night Raw, him and Stone Cold Steve Austin defending their tag team championships against Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. You know, what a lot of people have called the best Monday Night Raw match in history. Go back and watch this match, and it really is a barn burner. You know, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin in the middle of their two-man power trip run. You know, when they're all holding the gold, taking on these guys. You know, just kind of lingering. Jericho and Benoit. In the match, Triple H tore his quad. You know, at the very end of the match, but still had a little bit of the match to go. Takes the walls of Jericho on the announce table from Chris Jericho. Now imagine how excruciating that must be.
Painful.
Yeah, painful with a fully working quad. With a torn quad off the bone, I can imagine.
That just shows to his real testament of strength, you know, to really go all out for the business.
So he gets hurt there. They gotta, you know, wrap him up, send him home. He's at home on the couch, just trying to heal up. January 7th. Yeah, Rick, come bring it down.
Everybody knows that we bring alcohol down when we have special guests. So if you do want to come become a special guest, you want to come check out one of these local Orange County promotions or in Southern California promotions, come on down, check it out with us. Come to the show on Sundays. Let's talk about it. I'll bring the lines. Back to as you're saying.
January 7th, 2002, Monday Night Raw. Triple H returns.
Don't wrap me up.
He comes. It is important to get lower too. But the excitement in the building when Triple H returned was high. A huge pop for the man of three H's at Madison Square Garden. You know, WWE's home stadium, home turf, whatever you want to call it. Made his return during his time off, healing up, getting his quad all better,
attached to his bone.
He missed the entire invasion angle.
Yeah,
so
very detrimental for anybody's career.
If that's good or bad, who knows if Triple H could have made it better, or if he would just came down like everyone else. You know, some say he might have been lucky to miss all that. But he came back, huge pop, and now he's running the company basically.
Yeah.
And he's got NXT going down for him. So Triple H. Paul, that's his real name. Paul.
His real name, Paul. Look it up, guys.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Fun to know it all.
Alright, who do you got?
Who I got next? We're talking about. This is purely. Thank you, Adam. I like hearing that. We're going on to the next one. It's just pure shock value. This is just crazy to think about. This happened back in 2005, where a man lost. He was on a losing streak, and the last straw was he lost an I Quit match to John Cena. It happened August 25th, 2005. Hey, what's going on, Tom? You came just in time for story time. We're talking about the top returns coming on WWE. And we got Paul as the fake Beatle. Fake Beatles. The only Beatles I know are slug bugs. Anyways, we're going on towards story time of the man who lost the I Quit match. Was run out of the company. Everyone thought his days were numbered. But as September 24th was coming closer, 2007, cryptic notes are coming all over the internet, like "Save Us," and any other kind of cryptic notes. Every other number and letter you can think of, just all hidden within a matrix code, ladies and gentlemen. And fans are hypothesizing for 6 months as to who this possibly could be. And on September 24th, on an episode of Raw, Randy Orton was in the ring with his WWE Championship, giving a speech about how he's the best and how blah blah blah, he's the baddest in the game. And all of a sudden, Chris Jericho comes out.
Randy Orton. Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho comes out, Y2J baby, and this is back. This is just the biggest shock value to ever see somebody come back in the game like that. Nobody expected it to be him.
Chris Jericho, the man of returns, he's always coming back.
And when he comes back, it's always more brighter and exuberant than the last time. Recently, when he came back, the vest he wears now has lights on it, so not only does it shimmer, but it glows. And it's just crazy to see Chris Jericho come back at a time where I thought wrestling was fake, or I thought it was real. I was still with it. I didn't know what was going on. There's nothing fake going on.
It's all real around here.
I can't curse around here. I can't say any F words of the nature, but I was really invested with wrestling as a child, and I was just like, I can't believe I saw this guy with a little bowl cut, got fired in an I Quit match, come back 2 years later with his head clean, with the nice little vest on, and then the code breaker. That's what changed the game in wrestling, you know what I mean? Because now you see almost everybody do it to a variation.
Code breaker, that's over, Adam. Code breaker. But yeah, he's even made a return to New Japan, multiple times.
Oh, even earlier this year.
Yeah. He's fighting all these guys. He's
Mustache Mountain.
Yeah, shout out to the UK scene. Yeah, he's. I totally forget that Jericho's the New Japan Intercontinental Champion. Like, that's how random is that. But anything you gotta say, Ross?
Yeah, dude. Robert, are we good over here? We good? Do I need to slide my ass over there and tell you guys what you forgot?
Do you need to not?
No, okay, that's fine.
What you forgot?
I'll tell you what you forgot. You
Okay.
forgot the actual best return to wrestling of all time, which was April 30th
Here it is.
of 2000 at Backlash.
Backlash.
Now, can you give me a guess as to who's involved and what's going on, and where I will go with this?
The Rock.
Yes. And who else?
Triple H.
Yes. Okay. And who's returned?
Stone Cold.
Yes, sir. Ding, 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 ding. Lance,
I'll let you out with the big reveal, but yeah, Lance already beat you too.
It's good. That's
Stone Cold
good.
Steve Austin,
Stone Cold Steve Austin to return at Backlash in 2000 to come save The Rock from a chair beating from McMahon, one that was kind of played out. I want to say at that point, the whole string him up and beat him in the face with a chair. So guess what Steve Austin does? Glass break, biggest pop ever from pretty much that era, I want to say. Comes out with a chair and proceeds to beat ass on Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe, Triple H, and McMahon to save The Rock and secure that match, which ended with the People's Elbow, by the way.
Yeah, another young man who returns. We had Chris Jericho, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he was returning all the time. He always had a broken neck, something wrong with him. That's the nice thing about being an injury bug. You always get that nice return pop. And then, 2 weeks
Beat
later,
ass,
back on
that's right, quote unquote, Adam Woods.
Yeah, to all you wrestlers.
You said Stone Cold came into the ring and beat ass.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate around here, Adam. But
Jericho,
yes,
he's
he
like
did
Freddie
come and beat
Mercury.
ass. But you went right now, so I'll bring up my next guy. I'm going down my list here, talking about best returns. I want to save the best for last. Right now, I'm gonna go into probably one of the more recent ones.
Hey guys.
I know we have a little more recent ones on Lance's list, but my most recent return on my list will be WrestleMania 33. Setting up for the Raw Tag Team Ladder match. We got the Bar, we got the Club, we got Enzo and Cass in there, triple threat. New Day comes out. 4 teams are gonna be fighting. Who comes out? The Hardy Boys. Yeah, huge pop for
Out of
the
nowhere
boys
after
of
much
Hardy.
speculation.
No, we haven't covered the G1 Adam works, but if you got any updates on the G1 climax you want to leave, I've been staying up to date at work, but we'll get into that later. Hardy Boys, they returned. They've been gone a long time. They win the Raw Tag Team Championship in that ladder match at WrestleMania 33. We were actually watching that, remember?
We're right there next to each other in anticipation, wondering who's going to come back.
Yeah, they spent all their time over an Impact, you know, reinventing themselves. We got Jeff over there as Willow. We got Broken Matt Hardy out of Impact. Another back over with the Fed. Having some successes as of recently. Extreme Rules, they both lost their titles. Jeff lost the U.S. Matt losing his Raw Tag Team titles. So right now they're a bit of the losers team, but they had a cool return.
They had a cool return. That was one of the better
Can't take
ones.
that from them. But you can't take their titles with a low blow.
You can, and that was horrible to see.
That was cool. I like that. Smart.
I'm just glad Nakamura came up and actually retained it, or not retained, but he actually grabbed the championship belt and was able to come through slick. No, I'm not in rehab on Adam Woods, so thank you for that. Having the time of my life here with my mixed beverage. Talking about a recent comeback, this is probably one of my favorite ones. The problem with this is that, you know, a lot of people really do dig into the dirt sheets and the spoiler alerts, and they really do let everybody know. But I'm talking about the return of James Ellsworth. That happened recently, just this month, and it was really crazy. Everybody kind of expected it, and that was the problem. If only nobody expected it, and it was the biggest surprise. But due to social media, it ruined it for me. But it's enough to give a mention, because seeing Ellsworth back after being in the indie scene with the whole intergender, bringing up the intergender championship and going around doing his tour and coming back into WWE, and now he's wrestling against women, really is making intergender happening in WWE, and I support that. So I just wish it was more of a surprise.
I was totally shocked. I saw him come in as Asuka. I was like, what's this? You know, it's just another Kane scenario. Asuka's got a sister you don't know about, you know, Oksana, whatever you want to call her. And then Asuka 2 takes off the mask against James Ellsworth. I was mind blown. You know, my jaw dropped. You know, my chin hit the floor, unlike Ellsworth. But I was totally shocked. You know, I only use the internet for 2 things: business and pleasure.
and watching that video was neither.
But yeah, that was the recent return I was talking about, Mr. Ellsworth. I'm guessing it's time for my second to best, whatever you want to call it. Now this man, love him or hate him, he's a staple of wrestling today. I don't like what he stands for, but Mr. John Cena. You know, he's one tough SOB.
That's right.
You know, October 1st, 2007, another edition of Monday Night Raw. He's fighting Mr. Kennedy. You know, simple hip toss, he tears his pectoral muscle.
Oh.
You gotta wrap up the match. Kind of like a Triple H. He finishes the match, gets attacked after the match by Randy Orton. You know, this is in the middle of one of his longest WWE Championship runs. I believe he had a title for well over a year at this point.
Yes.
He was stripped of the title because he was hurt. He tore his pectoral right off the bone, so he was scheduled to miss 7 months to a year.
Yes.
Fast forward to Royal Rumble 2008. We have 29 men who have entered the Royal Rumble match. It's time for number 30. And what happens?
Oh.
Hit the trumpets. You know, we get the man who cannot be seen making his way down to the ring. Huge ovation, huge pop from the crowd. Once he gets into the ring, everyone remembers, we don't like this man.
We're supposed to boo him. Yeah, the likes of Kane, Batista, Triple H, and Umaga. Just to name a few people that were still in the ring that were picked as the fan favorites until entrant number 30 came in. And like you're saying, it was weird seeing people so excited, and at the same time like, oh, why is he back?
Yeah, it really was a big surprise return. He was scheduled for 7 months, came back in 3. You know,
and not only did he come back,
but to get that kind of return, you have to be on some sort of steroid. You know, I know Mr. Hustle Loyalty Respect. You say all clean, all natural.
But I don't see it.
It might have been like that. You're
Back
old now.
then.
You're racking up in age. And he's pushing 40, 41, I think.
Oh boy.
You know, he's got to do movies, talk shows, all this
Live
and that.
action.
You can't do that all natural. You need a boost. But I'll
The
give him
Rock
his
is sure.
credit. He went on to win that Royal Rumble match only because he was entered at 30. Luck of the draw, I know. Went on to fight for the WWE Championship in a triple threat. Randy Orton, Triple H, which he did not win. So it all worked out for everyone.
Yes.
All natural, not the 70s. Hey, like his mustache? All natural, Adam.
All natural. Take a ride at Mustache Mountain. When it comes to my second favorite pick, coming up as we round off this list, it would have to be WrestleMania 21. Everybody remembers, you know, it was April 3rd, 2005. It was Eugene's first WrestleMania, and it was an interlude or an intermission between the matches that were going on. It was right before Undertaker, Randy Orton had that epic match where Randy Orton tried to win with that pile driver, was reversed with the other pile driver, and Undertaker retained his title. But other than that, it was that prelude to that match, and Eugene struggling as always, trying to get those words out of his little head about what was his favorite moments. And who comes out of the ring and upset David Davari and Muhammad Hassan. Both upset the fact that they didn't have the WrestleMania moment this year, so they figured that beating down a poor, defenseless, insert blank with the American flag,
Made their WrestleMania moment.
that was going to be the WrestleMania moment. But it was all stopped due to the return of this man. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. As he came on down to the ring, the crowd was electric. Nobody could believe what was going on. He was able to toss both men outside the ring, redeem the honor of Eugene, and pose for photographs.
Yeah, last week we didn't talk about this, but as of last week, Hulk Hogan was reinstated into the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
So that's kind of another return for him in a way, returning. You know,
Back into the good graces of Vince. Who knows
Yes.
what this could lead to?
he paid the price. I don't know if he really paid the price. He made money off that Gawker lawsuit.
Live the life.
Over $100 million for that. People would stream of getting to do what Hulk did. And then, you know, the audio came out, so I can't really vouch for Hulk.
Yeah, I can't.
Love him or hate him,
You try to help him, but
he's a staple of wrestling.
you hurt yourself. Yeah. But you know, the Hulkster, who knows if he'll be back? WrestleMania is right around the corner. You know, it's just right around the corner. Just enough time to give Hogan enough time to get up to his muscle and maybe make an appearance. You know how they like to bring back old people.
They got SummerSlam, you know, just around the corner. Could make his new return there.
Yeah, that's true. He had one of his best matches there against Shawn Michaels. In a match that won't be forgotten.
Yeah. 05, baby. Gotta love that.
See, you know, Hulkster came back.
Backstage politics.
Came back to defend his honor against Americans, ended up taking out an American bad boy himself and Shawn Michaels, and the results were not pretty. It was pretty stiff. But that's Hulk Hogan for you, coming back in 2005. Ross, do you have a second place? Do you have another mention you want to throw into your favorite returns? Who came back and made an impact on your life?
Who? That made an impact on my life.
Your father, I mean.
Oh Jesus. No, so I wouldn't say like we were talking about how people come back and how people return.
Yeah,
This is more of a transformation and a role change than a return. I want to say.
There you go.
But I was talking about this. I think maybe with you or someone. I don't know about Matt Hardy. Kind of has made this flop, like this complete change from. Okay, so Hardy Boys. Let's just call it like this. The front runner used to be Jeff. It used to be that's who was getting the draw, and that's who everyone was like, hell yeah, I'm watching Jeff Hardy.
Deal, yeah.
Right, and then the package deal is Matt.
Yeah, right in the coattails.
Exactly. That has changed dramatically. It has. Yeah. And I want to say that's a comeback. I want to say that you know he knows how to pivot and make a new thing and make a name for himself, and he's the guy. You know,
everyone comes to watch. That he's probably one of the best at reinventing himself. You know, version 1 to
The broken version.
Yeah, broken, yeah, so all that. But we'll get more into him in a bit. Because my number one return has to be the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. What a overpowering gentleman to come back in the game. Not even a gentleman, a beast.
A beast, you know,
just
returning
take what's
after
his.
8 years of being gone from WWE. So he left after WrestleMania 20, had that stellar match with Goldberg. They both left, actually. They both had returns. Well, we're not talking about Jew Boy Goldberg. We're going to talk about Brock. He went on to try his hand in football. Didn't make it there. Went over to New Japan Wrestling a bit there. Won their IWGP Championship. You know, so anywhere this man goes, he's champion. It's in his DNA. You look at the guy. You think champion, gorilla, beast. All those. That makes up Brock Lesnar. Tried his hand in mixed martial arts, MMA. Yeah, had his first professional fight, I believe, over in Japan. Won that by Rob. Is it still submission if you tap out the punches?
No, it's TKO.
TKO. Won by TKO. On top of this guy throwing haymakers. Gets signed by the UFC. Loses his first UFC fight to Frank Mir. But he had him beat. He slipped up, got locked in a leg lock. And then two fights after that wins the heavyweight title, UFC heavyweight title off Frank Tour. Now, if that's not impressive, if that's not a man of a million attributes, a million pesos, $1 million, you know, he's making $500,000 every time he comes on WWE television. This man just knows where the money is. So he went back, he conquered MMA, conquered everywhere he went. Decided it was time to get back into that sports circle. And let the people know what they're missing. You know, legitimacy. It's the Raw after WrestleMania 28. John Cena's in the ring, trying to call out The Rock, the man he just lost to the night before in the main event. And instead of The Rock, he's probably out shooting another movie in that time.
Celebrating another victory.
We get the Beast. You know, his music hits. Down. He's alone.
Damn.
You know, there's no Paul Heyman yet with him again.
Nope.
Yeah, so he comes out, he attacks John Cena, gives him an F5, lays him out. And that leads to a match between the two of them, an Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules.
Wow.
Which somehow, some way, John Cena was able to pull out the victory. You know, it did take a punch with his hand wrapped in a steel chain and an AA up some steel steps. You know, if he didn't have those two things with him, John Cena would have not walked out with that win. And Brock would have walked out with him.
But the Doctor of Thugonomics with that chain.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
capitalize.
he realized he needed to revert back to that. You know, his Doctor of Thugonomics, get his PhD, get the dust off that, frame it up, and get back to that. Cause that's really where, really what it takes to take out a beast. You know, interference, weapons.
Some gangster stuff.
Yeah, I feel what I was gonna say. Yeah, he kind of made a return not too recently, which inspired our episode a couple weeks ago about MMA, wrestlers and MMA.
That's right.
He returned to the UFC, got called out by DC, gonna fight for the heavyweight title over there. So let's hope he returned to that title scene. It's obvious it's gonna be DC. Now enough of this big white gorilla, looking like the gorilla from Rampage, starring The Rock. What do you got? That's your best return, Lance.
Best return. This is an emotional roller coaster between love, friendship, deceit, and a little bit of injury of self, physically and emotionally.
Sounds like a Tuesday night at Pizza Hut for me.
It's a Tuesday night at the Pizza Hut for you. It's a every night on investigative channels. It's like an episode of Cops, ladies and gentlemen. Let me break it down for you. Beautiful woman getting married off by a monster. Boyfriend says no way. Boyfriend loses to a monster. Dun dun dun. Everybody, if you don't know right now, I'm talking about Matt Hardy and Kane. They had a little arc going on, and in that feud, Hardy injured his knee and was able to be off work. This happened all the way back in 2005. But that's not where the problem lands.
2005. We got a lot of returns in 2005.
Yeah, it was a great year for wrestling. And here we are 13 years later
Great,
waiting
great
for the next
time.
thing. Everyone, bring back 2005 wrestling. You know, Matt Hardy was off with a knee injury, expected to recover about a couple months' time. However, that was not the case. About weeks later, he comes onto the show. He finds out that his girlfriend and his friend at the time, Edge and Lita, were sleeping together, seeing each other through social media, just way before the Facebook and Instagram days. He saw him through what's it called, web chats and forums and all that.
Yeah,
nonsense.
AIM and all that. You know, back when wrestlers had, you know how they have Twitter handles and all that underneath everyone's name now on TV. Wrestlers used to have website, like Stone Cold Steve Austin website, TheRock.com. Now it's just at The Rock. But I get what you're saying. Now, how could she?
So
what up?
He said it on television. He called her a hoe.
What up?
Said he didn't care about anything about WWE. He, this is like I said back in the day, so he had access in and out of the building. He was supposed to be out of office, you know, on vacation. But I guess if Ronda can break in to Raw, I guess, you know, the same thing could have happened with Matt Hardy. He came in, beat the crowd out of Edge. He was fired on the spot for that. That was unscripted. It was not supposed to happen. It was the rawest, realest, dealingest thing that ever happened. And he was pretty much, he evaded the police that night. He was fired for disorderly conduct. But 3 months later, that's right, just 3 months later, he comes back in the game in July 2005 to start the feud with Edge. This feud with Edge gave Edge and Lita a chance to develop as a couple, as a heel couple, and grow together.
Yeah, it's a blood feud right there.
But the blood feud
Fighting
allowed
for that
Hardy
woman.
to grow and...
It's not even fighting for that woman. Yeah, your woman cheats on you, it's done. Now
It's
you just
done.
gotta fight for the respect that this man took the girl. Keep her. I just want to beat you now.
Yeah, I just want to give you an L, you know, take a dub. So, everybody knows that's what happened. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Bullyzone Live. We're covering our top favorite returns, Matt Hardy. Because the reason it was my favorite returns is back, you know, in time when I was looking at wrestling, like, wow, this looks just like another Thursday night at home. You know, watching domestic abuse happen and evading the police. So it was really fun to see that on television and watch that play out.
GTA grind. I'm always hiding in bushes.
But this was the good push that you were talking about earlier. He was bland and his career needed a pop. So with this happening, he just got switched over to SmackDown. SmackDown, he was a successful feud with MVP at the time. He won the United States Championship. From there, he was booted on the ECW in 2006. He won the ECW Heavyweight Championship. He was soon was released after that. He was sent over to TNA. And back to what you were saying, Ross, he got his personality changed. Made a big return when he came to WWE at WrestleMania.
33, baby, 33.
So that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about our top returns in the game. Anybody have a top return? Anything got a request?
Yeah,
let them
none
know.
of you guys have a fair return. You know, how about a return to your mother's house?
I know what time it is.
But in all seriousness,
you could have ended that one a little bit better. I'll be dropping more than elbows.
Kids watching us.
Yeah, this is a family program. Look at
I'm
him blood.
kidding. You do your thing
Look at
with
him
their
blushing on
mother.
the camera. Oh, he was drinking with the mother? I thought it was with the child. What?
We're getting off track here. Anyways, what do we got next, Lance? Take it away. What do we got?
Without the crowd's request for any other top returns you want to bring up, anything from our producer Rob, our producer Roy, original Ross Roy.
Rob, lower.
Lower, please.
Lower, Rob, lower.
There you go. From behind the camera, we have the incomparable Robert. He's the one that runs Free Admission. He helps us out in this studio, gives us a chance to put on our shows weekly. For 21 weeks consecutively now, we're in competition with Raw for the most weekly episodic programming. So, keeping that stride up.
Yeah, we got a long ways to go, but
we're going
that
there.
Bullyzone mentality, we'll be there in a matter of time.
WWE didn't stop us at WrestleMania, and WWE didn't stop us last time we were going live with YouTube. So, if you think about it, it's 2-1. We might have lost to UEW, but we picked up 2 wins through the legal system. Next up, we're going to talk about future shows that we have going on, scheduled events and plans and activities of that nature. Lucha Pro is this Friday.
Lucha Pro. You know,
Lucha
shout out
Pro.
to Vintage. He's over there. He's doing his thing over there. I know he's got some titles over there. I seen him on Facebook posting his clear little belts.
Having a good old time.
Cool.
You can see great talent like Vintage Dragon, as well as Mariachi Loco, Los Luchas, Trigger G, Lois, the Queen of Butt Stuff Grain, our favorite old Mikey O'Shea, Biagio Crescenzo, Chaz Herrera, and Legacy himself.
Chaz Herrera, I like that guy. We saw him at the Impact show.
He's a smart guy. You're a smart guy. I can imagine you guys being friends.
You know, get a debate going. We'll debate things all night. You know, math league competition. Chaz Herrera, I'm calling you out. Battle of knowledge.
Are we talking future shows now? Can we talk about the Bad Mamma Jamma Day that is soon arriving?
No, because we have our dates in order, and we were going chronologically.
Chronologically.
We don't want to jump through any dates and miss any shows.
We'll get there.
We get there.
Settle on down, partner.
There's one day in mind that has like every show ever.
If we miss one, we'll make sure to go back to. We're talking about the shows that are coming up in the next week or so that way our fans can get ahead on it and they can come participate. Because these shows, the next 2 weeks, we're going to be going to.
Awesome.
They're awesome.
We're there, yeah.
Lucha Pro, you can see, like I said, all these great names. The part that I like about it is that it's going to have a variety of things. It's going to have a 6-man tag match. It's going to have a tables match. It's going to have women going at it.
2 teams of 6 or just classic?
2 teams of 6.
Okay. So it's like classic 3-on-3 lucha.
A 3-on-3 lucha, yeah.
Which is like, I don't even know how much that is.
That's going to be a wild night. That's going to be...
It's going to be like at least like 4 people in there.
4 people in there at once, just giving them their all.
Giving it hell.
And it's a 3 call. It's a 3 count. So you never know what's going on. You see someone getting pinned, but the match is still going on. You gotta score points. It's Lucha.
Yeah, I was watching some lucha stuff the other day at work.
Yeah,
I was checking out Grand Metalik first is Kenny Omega, over in New Japan. That was dope. Grand Metalik, he's over on 205 Live. So not getting the respect he deserves because he's this man, King of the Ropes, he calls himself. He really, this guy's awesome. He has this one move, he jumps over the rope, Hurricane this guy off the apron. That's always killer. I was watching La Sombra versus Nakamura. Now, do you know who that is, La Sombra?
Oh, I thought you said Nakamura. No, I didn't know La Sombra. Tell me a little bit more about this gentleman.
This man left Mexico, went over to NXT, become known as Andrade Cien Almas. He was IWGP, I think, light heavyweight champion or Intercontinental champion. Feudal Nakamura. Created Los Ingobernables, whatever, New Japan with all their stables. But I was watching that guy. That guy kills it. Even in New Japan and in WWE, it's one of my favorites. Check him out. He's got Selena Vega with him, looking like a snack.
Woo! God damn!
Give him that Ric Flair whoop.
Just one more time.
Woo!
There you go, from the original roster, we got the woos all day.
The woos.
So yeah, guys, like I said, Lucha Pro, it's going to be the 27th. Show starts at 8, doors open at 7. That'll be at 132 East Florence in Los Angeles. Look it up, be there, check us out. Next show we got scheduled up is Bar Wrestling 16. And if you get the name of this, you're really good with your facts. But this is Bar Wrestling 16. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. And that's going to be the 2nd of August at the American Legion Post, 241, right off Main Avenue.
Or I would say right off Main, Mullen Park. And it's not Maine like M-A-I-N. It's like state, M-A-I-N-E.
E. The E is silent.
Why add that E? Don't make no sense. Maine.
It don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
I had to read an essay about some lobster festival in Maine. Like the guy had like the job to go review it and just starts talking about like why we eat lobsters.
Oh my goodness.
What is this? Long ass article.
I'm not here for the lobster, I'm here for the wrestling. What is this doing?
I don't know, just remind me of Maine.
Oh man.
Maine. Stephen King, that's the only thing you got.
Be a lobster fest. I'd down to go try one of those out. I'm a big fan of seafood. Don't like sushi, believe it or not, but
I like seafood. I seafood and I eat it.
Seafood, you eat it. That's the original right here. You just gobble down half a Little Caesar's pizza.
Hey, you're the one who bought the pizza and just said go to town, man. I just didn't
really insist on it. I was just being a gentleman. I didn't really mean, go to town on it.
I'll buy you a pizza.
Carb loading, two slices per hand.
As a broom handle.
Hey guys, I gotta put some weight back on. I'm sorry.
It's alright. We have bulking season coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, like I was going back to Bar Wrestling 16. Who are some of the top names you like to see at Bar Wrestling? The classics.
You gotta have Brody King.
He will not be there.
You gotta have Brian
He's gonna
Cage.
be there.
Of course.
Cage is gonna be there.
Eli Everfly.
He's gonna be there.
Delilah Doom, if the fans are lucky.
Let me break your heart and tell you right now, Delilah Doom's out of action for the next month to 2 months.
Yeah, a little bit. She's on hiatus, just chilling. In my backyard in Orange, man. They've been hanging out, so.
She's taking some time off, ladies and gentlemen. You can still support her. She's got new shirts that are limited edition coming
9
out.
months off? Is there,
Oh no, and this is not, it's not that kind of works.
This is how the rumors.
It's not that kind
This
of
is how the
break, yeah.
rumors start.
But if it did start, you heard it here first at Bullyzone Online.
3-on-3 action, what you're gonna need after that.
They're really going to the Lucha Wrestling style. So you got those big names. You also got newcomers, or not newcomers, but you know the guests that come in, such as Ace Romero. You got Chelsea Green, Jeff Cobb returning. You got Chris Wolf, Luchasaurus, PJ Black, PP Ray, and their entire
PP Ray, Pretty Peter Avalon.
Rock Nest Monster, Scorpio Sky, Solo Darling, Super Panda, Taya.
So we got all those guys.
And
Real
Willie's.
Scum gonna make a return.
Reno Scum has yet to make a return to bar wrestling. That needs to be a top
Yeah,
priority.
dude.
And if not, any promoters watching right now, make sure you pick up on Reno Scum. They're one of the hottest promo guys coming around that need to be in that spotlight because
Oi. That's what I like about Reno Scum. They're from Reno. I got family out in Reno. So Reno Scum, you're doing what you're doing.
keep
They're
it up.
pretty cool dudes there.
We like what you're doing. We
what's
see
that?
you there.
Luster the Legend, that big dude with the mohawk. Oh my god, I saw that guy. I was like, this guy, we gotta get him on
With
the
the
show.
hard hits, flipping over the
He's
ropes.
diving out the ring. He's
Yeah.
standing like 6'4", 260.
Whew, God damn.
Poke your eye out with that mohawk.
And
Right, Rob?
yeah, right.
You don't know what we're talking about, Rob.
I don't. You never seen the mohawk. You can see the mohawk soon, ladies and gentlemen, because photos will be uploaded later on this week. These are photos of bar wrestling.
Yeah, check
15.
out Bar Wrestling
Pinkerton.
Pinkerton 14 on Facebook Bullyzone photo page.
To know it all.
No, we got the link pinned up on this comment feed. Is that working, Ross?
Yep, it's pinned.
Right on, right
Set
on.
up.
Woo. And
Go look
shared.
at the full set of what 131 photos?
131 photos.
Good amount there.
All cut and edited by the Bullyzone. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, more importantly, all taken by us. Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
I'm in the black room cutting it all up. You know, it's not even on film. I don't know how I'm doing it. I just got these photos developed.
Just dipping paper in.
I'm just dipping the camera in the water.
I want to see.
Red light.
I want to see that
You gotta
that
look up
promo.
who's talking from the
Just
heaven.
you
Look
just
up.
hanging out in a black room in a dark
Yeah,
room,
he's
dipping
over here.
photos, and then you know making
This
money.
guy.
I got my little clip. I'm pinning things up. I gotta make sure that my wrestling photos and not my happy time photos.
You got them mixed up, you throw them on an album. I wake up one day, Bullyzone page can't be found.
Yeah, you know, taking a lot of shots these days. I don't know which is which.
Getting risky over here,
You know,
ladies and
it's
gentlemen.
a lot of skin. You know, it's a lot of skin on my camera.
A lot of
Where's that skin coming from?
That's-
I don't know.
A lot of skin, no meat, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how to take that one.
You take it with a pinch of salt.
Oh god, with a fistful.
But yeah, Bar Wrestling 16 is gonna be crazy.
Bar Wrestling, was it 16?
Yeah.
They had 15 on Wednesday. I didn't get a chance to go check that out. Over at,
We're gonna miss that this
LA.
week. But if you guys check it out, you guys take pictures, tag it, Bullyzone Wrestle, make sure to promote it, throw it up there.
Hashtag
If
Bullyzone,
not-
hashtag Bullyzone Wrestle, hashtag BZ for life,
Hashtag BZ for life.
hashtag BZ for L,
BZFL.
for life, baby, NWO. What? Check it. What do we got next?
That's gonna be a crazy Thursday for us. And over here on Saturday, we're gonna be making our way from Baldwin Park all the way up to the good old Barstow, California, where we're gonna see the inaugural presentation of Destination 6
Destination.
Wrestling.
Not 1, not 2, not
Not
4,
3, not 4, not 5, but
not 7.
no. That's not how you do it. You
But
full hand, and then the other one. No.
He said full
Hey,
hand.
no.
Full hand and the other one.
Destination 18 divided by 6. Destination 6. Bam.
That's still wrong. Okay, good.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Destination 6 is going to be in Barstow, California. The inaugural show hosted by Destination 6 Wrestling. and Amped Up Wrestling.
Yeah, it's gonna be any inaugural show. The inaugural show always has to be the best show, because who knows what's gonna happen after that. So you leave it all out on the line, all out on the table. So it's without a doubt it's gonna be all action. You know, no play. You know, kicking ass and taking names from these competitors. We got, you know, straight off a couple of names we got.
And so the card we got currently, you know, it's always subject to change. We got Super Green against Ruben Iglesias. Well, we've seen them both before at the Impact Memorial Show.
He was on Raw not too long ago.
That's
in
right.
San Diego. Got beat up by the Authors of Pain.
Man, but he looked good doing it.
How you feeling after that? Probably still hurt.
A little stiff in the back. Next up we have Aguilera versus Reyes. You can see Tony Reyes has a great promo on Facebook and Instagram where he showed up announcing that, well, you can just check out the video for yourself. I don't want to spoil it. I liked it. I think Tony Reyes is on the up. He's always been. We got Mike Camden versus Daniel Torch.
Daniel Torch, I remember we saw him at in the OC, Impact Wrestling, Impact Wrestling.
Amped Up Wrestling.
Amped Up, excuse me.
Impact. I was like, why did you do that?
The Impact show from before that week. Yeah, Amped Up Wrestling. Daniel Torch. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, but with Camden's size, who knows how it's going to play out. If it's going to play out in his favor, you know. It could always be a nice 180.
Rob, share those photos with the people.
Yeah, throw those on the drive. Ladies and
Put a
gentlemen,
photo up behind us.
we also got the New Gorilla Army going against AK Rambe. We were unable to see AK Rambe previous agreements and dates and destinations.
Yeah, they weren't there at LCCW, so you know, La Raza had to take an undercard match fighting Suburban Justice. They weren't ready.
We don't talk about the rest. We don't talk about the rest.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. That's still a dream.
You know, it's like a fighter taking a
I haven't
fight
watched
with a
OCW
week's
since.
notice. It's not gonna. You're not gonna win. You know, they're prepared for AK Rambe. These two guys. Anyways, enough about that.
Let's get on to the next match. We got Judas versus Matt Vandergriff. Two super athletic, incredible guys clashing in the ring in Barstow, California, in a six-sided ring. How do you feel about that? That's going to be a really busy day for Bullyzone. Being able to cover a six-sided ring with the cameras and the materials we got.
It's no problem for me. You see me all over. I got my knee pads on. I'm sliding from side to side, side to side, side to side.
It's going to be a fun draw.
I've been told I'm a good multitasker in certain situations.
And we'll find out on that six-sided ring at Destination 6 Wrestling. Following these matches, we have Darwin Finch versus Don Kubrick with Holston Body as the general manager. And Darwin has sent promos saying, better not get physical, Holston, because if you do, I'm going to have to hurt you.
Darwin Finch gonna probably
Darwin
crack over
Finch
the head
getting
with his
dirty.
textbook or his WPW championship.
Hit him with a beaker bottle, send him to town.
Look at that. I
Lower.
was there.
Right there, lower.
That's that looks like bar wrestling. Was it 13? Hold on to your butts.
You can throw it full size in front of the screen. Everybody can look at that for a while and check out these cool images we got going on front and center.
Look at they took that photo, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
That would be yours truly right
See
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, product of the Bullyzone.
Shout out Just Joel Inc. It's Just Joel. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on trucking in the free world. Who says that? Some guy.
You on trucking?
Nice fedora.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I wish.
It's better than that cat we had.
I mean, I can show it off, but my suit's at the cleaners, so you know.
Throw it over here. Huh?
Throw it over there, okay.
Sport it
I mean,
out.
I know
Looking
Jonathan
like
Malice is
cornbread.
gonna be a little bit jelly because he can't sport a hat like this, but
Watch
hey,
out, it's
there
quality
you
you're touching right there.
go. There you go.
Oh, it's not up on my screen yet, but I'm looking, boys.
There's your
girls.
boy. Not last winners, but the.
Don't worry about your boy Lance Winners, baby. I'm still styling, hunting, profiling. Little Buzz having fun. Who said that? I said what? Main event is scheduled to be Sean Black going against William Hobbs himself, ladies and gentlemen. A match that is guaranteed to be explosive, not a hate crime joke, but because these two athletes are both African and both very strong,
American.
powerful. I don't know about that part. I don't trust anybody nowadays till I see paperwork. Same as Tony Reyes' mentality when it comes to Aguilera, if that's his real name. I'm going to start doing background checks on wrestlers before we take photographs.
I know an Aguilar. Not that Aguilar, but I know some people with the name.
I know someone like that.
Because I know everything. I know I look good in this hat. Ross is mine now.
It's too bad that it's actually mine, and it'll beat your ass if you try to take it.
Bully versus bully, ladies and gentlemen. Is this how we're ending the episode?
Well, I gotta go. Thanks for the hat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're just teasing, having a great time. Or maybe we're going to have a bar fight happening right outside this office. But for me, I'm going to sign off. It's your boy Lance Winters. Like I said, thank you guys again for tuning in to episode 21.
21, we can drink now.
I'm gonna break the rules.
Don't do it.
I'm breaking the rules.
Fuck out of here.
You don't even have a hat on your head.
No, I
You don't have a hat on your head. You don't have a tie on.
See, what the audience doesn't know is I'm,
Is you only have one
I'm
suit.
just wearing a Speedo and a single sock. That's all I got.
And if you only wear a left sock, you can't be trusted.
Ah.
Yeah, where's the other sock? You left it on the doorknob last week? Yeah.
Yep.
It's in the trash. It's too stale.
I can still smell it. But,
Thanks again, fans. Like I said, it's
21, we can drink
21.
now.
We can drink now. We can go buy vape products.
Vape.
We don't advise any of that. You know, clean
Just to
lifestyle.
be clear, we are not trash vapors. We are conscious smokers.
Of cigars and
I don't smoke
other
nothing.
products. Yeah, we don't promote any of this violence, any of these weapons against children.
Smoking the competition.
Hey, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, it's your boy Lance Winters.
I think this was my cue to say goodbye, so this is Ross Roy saying bye-bye. Yeah. Is this how we're doing it now? Alright.
And I'm an awesome Largo. With your signature planned pause. Good night, everyone. We're 21.
Woo! Let's go get a titty bar.
Put that on. We're getting lit tonight.
I'm staying lit. Let's get out of here.
Woo!